West Ham have declared interest in Emile Smith-Rowe. The Arsenal midfielder has failed to get back into Mikel Arteta's plans after a series of injuries over the last couple of years. And it looked at one point with Saka on one side and Smith-Rowe on the other that Arsenal's front line were firing, but he's just failed to get back into the plans of the Arsenal gaffer. And it looks like he wants to depart the club and get some first-team football under his belt. And will we offer that to him? I'm not entirely sure, because if Kudus, Paqueta and Bowen are fit, where's he gonna factor into here, you know, with the links to Calvin Phillips edging closer to a loan deal as well. I think the quota of homegrown players is probably another factor of the sort of importance of getting one of these deals over the line, because we are currently lacking homegrown players, and if we can get a couple of English homegrown lads in, then that's going to help that quota for the European stages of our season as well. But overall, look, he hasn't played a lot of football in the last 12 months. Is he going to be just a little bit underprepared to come in and hit the ground running straight away? I'm not entirely sure. But I think it's a relatively risk-free move for West Ham. It's on a loan with an option, not an obligation. I prefer maybe an option to buy in the summer, you know, regarding appearances and performances. We can then discuss that further in the summer. But I think he showed real class when he was firing at Arsenal a couple of years ago. Decent player, attacking flair. He just wasn't scared of anything, and he just got on with it. And him and Saka sort of built up a dynamic partnership at Arsenal, which was pretty faultless. And of course that's been separated, and he now looks like he wants to go elsewhere. And we did have sort of conversations with Arsenal about a loan for Reece Nelson. That didn't really get moving, and then the name of Emile Smith-Rowe came up in discussions, and David Moyes is reportedly likes him, thinks he's a decent player, and thinks he can add something to our squad. And especially if the likes of Saïd Benrahma or Pablo Fornals, Maxwell Cornet might leave the club. One of them will, I think, will leave the club in this window. We will need a replacement, and I think Emile Smith-Rowe is an upgrade on those players if he can get back to the level he was playing at a couple of years ago. And, you know, if he doesn't, I still think he's a good player, and he offers us something that we probably don't have at the moment, a little bit more directness about play, and just some quality that we can bring off the bench to start with, even though we probably will start early on. With Kudus, Paqueta and Bowen all fit, I don't think he gets into that starting lineup, so that might be a stumbling block. I'm not entirely sure, but if we've got an injury or a suspension to one of those, he's going to be the first name that's going to slot in, whether it's on the left wing or right wing. There'll be some sort of rejigging around in that sense. But look, I'd take him. I think he's a really decent player, and I think it'll be an astute bit of business for West Ham. Phillips and Smith-Rowe definitely sound like two David Moyes signings, so we're yet to see some Tim Steidten picks come in this window. Whether we will or not, we'll have to wait and see. But look, I'd take him right now if the loan terms are right. If we can sort of eradicate the sort of differences in, you know, wages and valuations and all the rest of it. If we can sort of flatten out a solid deal for the player that's not going to cost us a hell of a lot of money. And for Arsenal, I mean, he's not doing anything for Arsenal. He's just sitting on the bench, barely getting any game time at all. So if the player wants to go, I think they'll have to let him go. I think it'll be a sort of loan until the end of the season. Then we might reassess whether we can bring him in permanently when the summer comes around. But look, decent player. I think he can add something to our squad 100%. I'd take him at West Ham right now. So hopefully West Ham can get the deal done. The reported news is that West Ham have interest and have had discussions with Arsenal about the potential loan signing of Emile Smith-Rowe, with maybe an option to buy in the summer would be my preference. But look, we'll have to wait and see. It's one to keep an eye on for sure. It seems like the transfer news is starting to heat up a bit. A few more links are coming out on a daily basis, so it looks like we're edging closer to making maybe one or two January transfer window signings. Thanks for watching. This has been your transfer window update, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.